essence of why I'm here. Like, it's for me. Like, I look at martial arts as like a language or like a philosophy that each different fighter can express in different arts and different styles. And so I was into kung fu from a young age, and now I'm into MMA. I compete in Muay Thai. I compete in boxing. But like, yeah, man. Like, when you think of just like UFC today, like who's your favorite fighter? And in boxing, like, what do you think about martial arts in general?
Who's my favorite fighter?
Yeah,
In UFC.
UFC, yeah, and then in boxing.
Right now, I would say it would probably be John Jones before all that.
Do you know John Jones, by the way?
Of course.
The way you made that face, like, I know John. I know John Jones.
John Jones. I was gonna say, is he still relevant?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
He's fighting in March. So
What?
he's
Against
fighting.
who?
He's fighting a guy called who's he fighting again? He's fighting Cyril Gane in heavyweight division, and it's gonna be so amazing because John Jones hasn't
I
fought in like
love
2
John
years.
Jones.
He's the reason. You know what? Yeah, funny story. Yeah, I got a funny story about John Jones. So when I was in America, there's this white guy. Shout out my boy. I'm not gonna bait him up, but he knows what I'm talking about. Basically, this guy was like, "Man, you look like John Jones," and I was like, "I swear." I didn't know who he was.
He lied. But okay.
Yeah, I look because I'm better. But
I love the way you think.
I'm better.
He's one of the white guys that think everyone black looks the same.
Yeah.
definitely.
No, but do you know, no. The reason I said it is not so much my facial features, but more so my physical makeup.
Yeah.
Because like John Jones is tall and long, and you know,
What category do you fit into? Like, what's your weight class?
I'm very I fluctuate. So in my first fight, I fought in Muay Thai. So which was last year, my first amateur fight, white collar fight, and I wanted to do a fight which was striking based outside of MMA to get that experience, so I could be more proficient in MMA because my main style is boxing and Muay Thai. But I lost my first fight on the basis that I tried to knock the guy in the first round. And it was humbling, man, because I spent 8 weeks trying to train. I was so dedicated, man, and I thought I was going to smoke the guy. Whoever they put him in front of me, I was like, I'm going to smoke this guy. I love fighting. But
You had him in the first round and the second round.
he still was there.
You just blew yourself out. Like after the second round, all your tank was gone.
So what's your weight class?
My weight class is I was like 90 kilos, so that's like cruiserweight.
Cruiser.
So it's one below heavyweight.
Wait, I swear in boxing that'd be heavyweight.
So so in MMA, it's MMA. The weights are kind of different to boxing because there's some categories in the middle in one discipline or in one sport that's different from another. So for example, there's no cruiserweight in MMA. It goes featherweight, lightweight.
Let's realize that.
And then it's like, or it's bantamweight, featherweight. I think it's featherweight or bantamweight, but then it's lightweight.
Bantamweight is like kids fighting. That's
Then it's welterweight, middleweight, then light heavyweight, and heavyweight. Whereas in boxing, you got super middleweight, you got super welterweight, and it's very, and then it goes all the way to light heavyweight, cruiserweight, and heavyweight. Yeah. So like it's kind of like, but it's different. But I love boxing as well. That's the maddest thing. I've been doing boxing was the first art that I really learned. So
you're gonna box? Don't box your girlfriends or?
No.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Why did you assume that I'll do that? Why did you assume that?
Sorry, let's just get into
Where
it.
did the
innit?
domestics
Like,
come
I
out of
feel like
nowhere?
fighters are aggressive. I can't help it. That's their love language, and that's the way they express
I think you're
themselves.
projecting.
And my favorite fighter is Israel Adesanya. Come on, marry me.
Amigo. Did you see his last fight against Alex Pereira, the
He
Brazilian guy?
lost, didn't it?
Yeah, man. And that guy is the guy that beat him twice in kickboxing. So that's like his bane.
I think it was it.
But I love him.
It was
because
K2 or
he's
something. K2, innit?
K1.
Okay, one. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, but I love his style. His style is very elusive. He's very defensive. Very technical and tactical, and he's very fluid. Like the way he
he's
moves.
still confident, even though he lost. He was there.
Because you know what? Yeah, as a fighter, yeah, it's like before I got in the ring, I had an idea of how I would fight and how I'd be. I saw myself, I'm gonna knock this guy in the first round. This is just my destiny. And when I got into the fight, yeah, they match you up by sparring. You got to spar different guys that are your weight class, and then that's how they see which ability matches with what's for the fights. And when I got matched up with this guy that I fought, yeah, we're friends now. We're gonna train together for my next fight. He's helping me in that. Prepare. We're cool now.
Sparring and that.
But when we were before the fight, when we sparred, yeah, like I remember after I asked him how long you been training for in Muay Thai, and he said I've been training for 5 years. And at that point, I'd only been training for 2 years. So for me, it was like, like this guy's more experienced than man. But then my heart was like, nah, bro, you can't. I'm gonna smoke him. Like, gentlemen, I'm gonna do everything I can. And when the bell went, I ran at him. I tried to do everything to knock his head off. and he survived and weathered the storm, and he was very experienced. He was able to meet me, and he's able to keep me away with his distance, and it was fucked. It was very, very. It was very primal. It was very emotional, and it was like a roller coaster, and I loved it. It was like
that's
adrenaline.
the thing with fighting, though, isn't it? You never know which way
it's gonna go. You know,
you just never know. You can never say. You might feel like you got the thunder of fire inside you, but you don't know what the next man's got.
But you know it is, like as you said, your experience is like when you go into the ring, like you felt like very nervous, obviously, in it. But it was in the street. You know when you have like a street fight and everyone gets them nerves, in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Just before you get to fight, like shit, like guns. But you need that adrenaline pump in it at the beginning. I think even Tyson said it. Tyson was like, every fight he was actually scared as hell, like. But he put on the front like he was on crazy. Like obviously he was crazy, but at the same time he was. That's what kept him on his toes, innit? You need that fear. Do you know what I mean? So I think a lot of fighters, when you get overconfidence, that can make you take an L as well, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? You need that hint of fear. And
I think I like that because when I think about Mike Tyson, I relate to that so much. He's my favorite fighter for that reason. That we got similar backgrounds, upbringing.
Like Mike Tyson.
There always has to be one, Abby. But what I mean by that is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean by that rude? Sorry.
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry.
It's my show. So, all right. Well, the X is over there.
I do apologize.
Right. I'm talking that. But I hear what you're saying, but I disagree. But no. But okay.
Rough and tough. I just watch his thingy.
What I'm talking about is in terms of like, because I study boxing. I'm a boxing historian. So what I'm talking about is in terms of a lot of the pressures and a lot of the insecurities that he had about himself that he carried into the ring. And he admitted that he had these things. And that's what I relate to. I'm not talking about that I had his lifestyle identically. I'm just talking about the fact that I can relate to the fact that he's come from a single parent home, tough upbringing. Maybe the degree is different, but in the way in which he pursued going into the ring to conquer those demons, he had to carry them. And that's something that I love about Mike Tyson, because he's not my favorite boxer of all time. My favorite boxer is actually guys like Marvin Hagler, Willie Pep, Irvin, not Irvin Shavers, but guys like...
Think about Tyson Fury.
I like Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury is one of the best for this era, but I think Usyk is the guy, man. I think a lot of people really underrate him because he's smaller. He's not a fully fledged...
Excellent.
He's not a natural heavyweight, but... this guy's undefeated cruiserweight champion. He fought his last 17, 18 fights away from home.
Was he not? The last fight was with Anthony Joshua,
and he beat him twice.
Twice. What do you think about AJ?
I respect AJ.
I think people put respect on his name.
I was going to say I respect AJ for what he's done as a British boxer. He's brought the heavyweight scene back into its prominence as a prestigious division. I think AJ's done a lot to bring a lot of people of
brought all the girls in.
Yeah, exactly. But I just don't personally think he's on that world level like Fury or Usyk. And it's not because I don't respect him, it's because of experience. Like you compare his amateur record to Usyk. Usyk had over 300 plus amateurs. These East European men fight from young, 5 years old, and they fight like every month. So in the amateurs, so
that's true.
Experience was always going to prevail. That's fighting comes down to who has done it the longest and who knows what they're doing and who can adapt.
But do you think he can come back?
I think AJ
unite those titles.
I want AJ to be champion again. Cause I like AJ. I think he's a cool guy. I think he suits him being the face of.
Wait, is there any
British heavyweight boxing?
Sorry to cut you off. Is there any like fighter that's had like a very low amount of amateur fights that's done really well and is considered a legend?
Not off the top of my head that I can think of. Not top of my head that I can think of.
You're
but
right. Experience, that might be right.
He's done really well for what he's
exactly.
done, innit? For what he's had, should I say, for his experience.
And I agree with that.
He overachieved, basically. He probably overachieved when you think about
it. Yeah, probably, definitely.
Yeah. And I think AJ deserves more respect because as someone who's gone into a fight, or I've had my first fight now, before that, I was dissing a lot of these fights. Like, come on, man, why would you do that, man? I'll throw the jab more, throw the hook more. Now, when I was watching the fight yesterday, Anthony Yard versus Beterbiev, I was watching that fight thinking, man, I know what he's going through, man. I've been in the ring, I've gassed out. And I'm not to say that Anthony Yard gassed out, but I just think he was hurt when he got dropped. And when you're in that moment, where like
it's hard.
You're fight or flight and everyone's watching you, you're not even thinking about them. You're thinking about, I got to knock this dosser out.
I feel like anyone that's sitting there and that can talk from their seat and chat shit.
And they've never been in a fight.
And they've never been in a fight. They've never had to go 10 rounds with someone like that's a big boxer that's hitting you, boom, boom, boom. That's how it feels in your body. Boom, 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 boom. You're feeling the vibrations from the front to the back. Yeah. You can't talk and say, "Oh, they're not good fighters," or you've never been in their shoes.
That's why I even rate journeyman, because to get in there, to take a pasting like that takes a lot of balls, isn't it? A lot of people are not really willing to do that. A lot of people could talk. Yeah, we should have done this or that, but get in that ring. Like, not even in the ring, spar with someone. A lot of people don't even want to spar. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of
and you know what?
The sparring is even when you hear stories
people
about
got too much ego. I don't want to take it out.
Who's been beaten up and who's really strong.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with that, and I think that's what I love about boxing. For me, it's funny because it's like I'm weird. I love MMA because I love the multidisciplinary factors of MMA, that you've got more than one weapon, but. You know that, and this is a funny thing I'm about to say, is that that statement that you probably heard, a jack of all trades and a master of none. Yeah. But it's actually a full version of that story where or of that quote, where it's actually jack of all trades, master of none, but it's better to be a master of many.
Master of one thing, isn't
it? No, I think it's better to be someone who's a jack of all trades and a master of one. It's better to be a master of one, because when you specialize in one thing, but you're able to adapt and take on different things that complement your main strength, you're more dangerous than someone who just knows and is specialized in one area. And that's just logic. That's just science. Like if I know one art, or if I know one way to skin a cat, and I only know that one way, and a guy knows different ways, I'm gonna struggle against him. Especially if that guy's competent in one area as well. And you see that in UFC. You see that, like the wrestlers are the guys that are dominating, and when they learn striking, they're more dangerous, and they always beat the strikers. So
that's true.
What's his name coming back to fight? What's his name?
Conor McGregor. I don't know you're going to talk about that. It's
because he looks like he's
tapped.
amped up.
He
looks amped, like he's been taking steroids or something.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think he's on roids, man.
Oh, sorry, I don't know. Are we allowed to say that? Allegedly.
Are we allowed to say that?
Allegedly.
Yeah, well, allegedly. He's on fucking steroids.
Allegedly.
He's on fucking steroids. I think
Allegedly.
so. I like Conor McGregor because this guy is so rich. He's still hungry to fight.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's that hungry to fight. I think he's hungry to fight when the beans are low.
No, I think he is.
You don't think so?
I don't think he's hungry.
No, let me tell you why I think he's hungry to fight.
I think he loves the attention and the drama of it. I don't think he's hungry.
Let me tell you why. No, let me tell you why
I agree with that part.
No, I don't think he's hungry to be champion like he was when he was coming up.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think he's hungry to fight because I think he loves it. Like this guy should retire. Like he made 100 million. He's the first UFC fighter to ever make 100 million from fighting Floyd Mayweather.
From Mayweather,
you don't know his spending habits though. That's the thing. It's easy to say that, but you don't know.
Those spending habits are keeping up.
In Proper 12, he's got a lot of lucrative businesses. That
is it?
My man came to fight Poirier. His second fight against Poirier in a yacht. This guy's so set. Like it's mad. McGregor is so set. He's been in a lot of financial issues and battles, and he's overcome them because of the money. But the thing is that he wants to prove to people and to himself that no, I love this shit. And I think that where he's at financially affects his motivation. But I think the core of the way he trains and who he is he's a martial artist. He's one of the greatest strikers of all time in the UFC. Facts. He's one of the purest strikers. Him, Israel Adesanya, and Stephen Thompson. The way they fight, they've got this very unique striking karate style. That's very. Adesanya is more of a kickboxer, whereas Stephen Thompson is a pure karate guy.
Who do you think is the greatest striker of all time in the UFC?
I did say Adesanya. Because his movement, his fluidity, the way he's able to pick shots, the way he's able to dictate the pace, and I think Pereira's up there because Alex Pereira in Glory Kickboxing was knocking out guys like Jason Wilness. He knocked this guy out with a flying knee, and then the hook. This guy's Alex Pereira, the guy that beat Adesanya. People don't know about his story because he doesn't speak English.
Isn't he the one that chased
Anderson Silva before the L's?
I was Anderson Silva too. I saw his leg crack like a stick. That was when I was like,
until he took him out L's.
But for me personally, I think it's out of Stephen Thompson. Because he's a pure striker, like Stephen Thompson in his prime.
Who's this Stephen Thompson? So there's a
Wonder
guy,
Boy.
The guy that that recently beat Adesanya. The guy that recently beat Adesanya, is he the one that used to beat him back in the day?
Yeah, he beat him twice.
He followed him.
He beat him twice in kickboxing. This guy lost his first boxing fight. He tried boxing, lost. Then he tried MMA, he lost, and that. Then he went to kickboxing, he started dominating, he started winning fights. He fought Jason Wilness, a guy who was like the top dog in Glory Kickboxing. He beat him early in his career, almost broke. I think it was knocked out. I think it was broke Alex Pereira's knee. But then Alex Pereira started gaining a lot of experience, started winning fights, and he smoked Jason Wilness, man. He smoked him. I think he gave him a flying knee and dropped him, and then knocked him out, and it was done. He gives this cold, dead stare, like it's nothing.
But as a fighter, don't you get scared of dying on the line?
No, I'm ready to die in the ring.
Okay.
I'm ready, and I am actually. Right. If it happens, it's my destiny. If I've died in the ring, then yeah, I'm gonna have a better life after. Man. I'm ready because for me, I believe in destiny and purpose, and I think if this is what the universe has called you to do, you got to embrace it. It's a warrior spirit. And I love it.
What, do you actually think you're going to be blessed with a better life in the afterlife?
I don't know.
You're going to be fighting
but there's only one way to find out. Why cry about worrying if it's there or not?
Fighting the angels.
No, if there's angels that exist, I won't be
probably would.
The demons.
Yeah, you're going to quick 101. No, but you know what it is? It's like...
No, but honestly, I respect 100%. Like, as I said, I always I don't know what it is why I love watching the fights, but I do. I feel like it's my secret. I don't know what
I think you should come to my gym and try jiu-jitsu, boxing.
No.
The way you're talking about it is like you're attached to it.
I would like to look at it, but not to participate, because when I see things like blood and it's like I like to see it, but I don't want to feel it.
You see, the fact that she said that is the fact that she's a fighter.
I like to see it. I don't want to see... Like, when I saw Anderson's leg crack like a stick, that felt touch to my soul, and that's when I had a new heightened respect. Like, wow, it really is your life on the line. Like, these people are fighting for their life.
Watching you, and everyone's either cheering for you or they're booing for you.
The thing is, I think like every type of sport, like even football, there's times when I've gotten a bad tackle. I'm like, is football really for me? Like, but I'm being real. Like, I think every sport you can experience like a certain pain.
But boxing's intentional.
Obviously, it's another level of boxing, but I feel like.
I think boxing's the worst.
I even heard Mayweather said the same thing. He said that he's taken like mad L's in sparring, and he's like, "Is boxing even for me?" And this is Mayweather, one of the GOATs. So if he can experience,
and I like you said that because
I'm saying anyone can.
And I like you said that because a few weeks ago I was sparring because I do 12-hour shifts at my day job, and after work I go straight to training. I don't
after 12-hour shift
because I'm crazy. If I go sleep,
you are,
and then go train in the evening, it's not gonna happen. If I tell myself you're gonna go train in the evening, you're not gonna train in the evening because you're tired. So I go right after so I can then sleep after. And so I went sparring, and one of my boys, I was sparring him, and and he knows what I'm talking about. I'm going to come back and get him. But he was piecing me up in sparring. I was tired. I was lethargic. I didn't want to be there. And I was like, man, this guy, my boy Ison is just catching me. And I was like, bro, and then my boy Seb, these men, they're way more experienced than me. They've had more fights than me, but it's the fact that I know what I can do. And in sparring, it's like, I wanted to show that what I can do. And because I was so tired and I was so after 12-hour shift, I was like, man, I just want to take a 5-minute nap. Like, really, I don't want to be here. And it's all mental, because I think fighting is 80% mental, more than anything. I don't care what anyone tells me. It don't matter how fit you are, how many abs you got. If you ain't mentally strong or you got that warrior spirit, you're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It is mental, because even just what's it called? Doing when you go through sequences, isn't it, like combination patterns with the coach and all that. That's all mental to even remember that. So give you 6 combinations. You have to get that and with the right technique.
And my coach Jess,
you can't swing it anyhow.
And my coach Jess Solomon, shout out to him. He likes to slap my head with the pads.
I'm done.
He's like, He's like, hey, kick go. He's like, bro, I like, man. But yeah, man. But guys, it's time to wrap up. Any final thoughts on what you think about martial arts? Are you gonna start training?
I think we need to get more girls in MMA.
Black women, I think we should.
Black women, we need to start beating each other up and realizing that we need to get out our animosity out in a different way. No, I'm joking. No, I'm not.
No, I don't even think that's a joke. I think that.
You think it's a good idea? Yeah.
I think it might be. Maybe not exactly boxing, because a lot of girls may not be into something else, but just to get your attention out. Because I think I think men deal with things better, because we can take our attention out playing football, boxing, going gym.
Really,
girls
really
have a hobby to do to get their stress out.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's needed.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. No, thanks, guys. It was very, very good talking to you about my favorite subject in the world, martial arts. It's my main passion.
Our next heavyweight.
Subscribe to see my next fight coming up soon. I'm gonna have multiple fights this year still. But I encourage everyone to train, man, for self-defense, because everyone's got different reasons. So yeah, it's beautiful still.